Hey, slicers and those who aren't hitting their drives as far as they want to, rejoice. You're in the right place watching the right video, because in this video I'm going to talk about how to attack more from the inside. You see, most of the golfers that I see and that I work with on a daily basis, they swing simply too vertically or too steep and too far from the outside. This really ruins both contact, direction, and overall their distance really suffers. So if you're in any of those categories, then hey, stay tuned. Hey, this is Steve with HitItLonger.com. I'm on a journey to hit it longer and straighter from tee to green. Just be more solid, hit the ball a little farther, hit the ball a little straighter, because that's what makes the game so much more fun. If you agree, you want to have a little bit more fun with your golf game, then by all means join us. Hit the subscribe button down below, turn on the bell notification so that you get updates, and like this video if you liked it, and leave a comment down below. And don't forget to visit my site, HitItLonger.com, where you'll get over 100 free videos and articles that I think are going to help make you be a better golfer. Okay, with the assistance of my favorite hula hoop here, we're going to talk about the wrong ways to come at the ball and then the right way to attack the ball from the inside and how we're going to do that. Then I'm going to give you a couple drills that you can do to take to the range, and then you can start swinging more correctly as well. I think you're going to see a big jump in distance. All right, as I said in the intro, let's talk about using the hula hoop to illustrate. Let's talk about the way that the average golfer comes down into the ball. So let's say we'll start with the hoop like this. The average guy is not swinging like this. The average guy is coming down into the ball more vertically like this. So imagine that the hoop is your club head traveling around a circular style arc, vertical, and off to the left like that. So that's the average guy's swing play. Now, this is going to result in poor club face control, probably a lot of heel hits, slicing, low shots, pulling, even shanking in some extreme circumstances. So we'd like to do the opposite of this. We want to do an opposite effect, and that would be we're going to lay down the plane, not so vertical, but we want to swing more like this. That involves the club being much lower all the way around its entire journey. Now, what I'm also going to do, I'm going to move the hoop behind the ball several inches like this, and this way I can actually turn it even more inside out. And notice, see how inside out towards the right it looks like the hoop is going. But look at the part of the hoop that's touching the ball or going over the top of the ball. That part of the hoop is actually moving straight down the middle of the fairway. And that would be our club path at the moment of the strike. And you can see how this club comes down extremely from the inside and extremely low, especially for those of you who are swinging the opposite way. This will feel completely as night and day as you can get. Now let's paste the swing I made in the intro, put it in slow-mo, and we're going to put it up in the corner of the screen here. You definitely traces from here, coming on down, always on the inside of the ball, bottoming out a few inches before. Notice here it still looks like I'm going to push the ball or swing too much to the right, but then as I go the last few inches, the club squares up with the middle of the fairway as it turns upwards. So you can see that I'm making a swing here that's fairly similar to what I was doing with the hoop. But there's no question that we want the club to be approaching the ball from well on the inside, this way. And pretty low too. Most golfers, they're coming at it too steeply, and the club is moving from high to low and from outside to inside. If we want to hit the ball for great distances, we're going to need to do the opposite of that. So the outside in steep slicers that come to me, they absolutely hate this drill. I've got a new idea for you as well, kind of debuting in this video. And what I'm holding here, it's just simply a foam yoga block. What I'm going to do with the yoga block is I'm just going to put it down pretty much on the target line here, about maybe 18 to 24 inches in back of the ball. So it's going to force me to swing from the inside. If I try to approach it from the outside, I'm probably going to knock the yoga block over. It just made a very light foam. In fact, we're going to see here today if the wind blows it over or not. It's pretty light. The second thing we're going to do to make sure that you're coming in low enough is we're going to take an old shaft here with a head cover on it. We're going to move it out, pull it out of the bag like this. Now use a shaft that you can stand apart with, just in case you do this wrong and you break it. So the shaft and the head cover are going to cause me to have to swing low under it, and the block is going to force me to swing from the inside. This is going to make me swing like the hula hoop shape that I set up moments ago. So let's get this squared away. It's really in the way here. That block would really look in the way to somebody who slices or swings out to in. Now what I recommend you do first is knock the ball off the tee and just try some practice swings first without a ball. And then when you do go hit a ball for the first time or the first 10 times, you're really going to be driving it gently, slowly, even take a half a swing if you have to. In extreme cases, I've told my students, simply take a half swing and putt the ball down the fairway, because their outside in, steep, over the top motion is so insidious. It's so dug in that you have to go that slow to reverse the pattern the first few times. So here we go. Underneath the shaft and inside the foam block. And nice and gentle down the fairway. Now you can see from the Ball Flight app that I hit a really nice inside out push draw that was working its way back to the center line again. Let's do one more where I add a little bit more speed. Now I would recommend that you stick with this drill for several weeks in a row. You shouldn't hit all your range balls like this, but hit at least half of your range balls with this setup, with different clubs, so you can get the feel. You can also set it up at home and just swing in the backyard just to get the feel and really start grooving the feel of coming at the ball more shallow and from the inside rather than the usual way of this way. Now you notice if I did it wrong, I would chop the shaft in half and I would knock the block over on my way into the ball, and I probably wouldn't even make it to the strike. So hey, give this drill a try. Give this idea a try of coming more low and from the inside, coming into the ball. And if it works for you, come back to this video and leave a comment. Let us know how much distance you picked up. So hey, I'm going to go back to working on getting my drives to be more shallow and from the inside. But thanks for watching. Thanks to Golf Development Complex in Moore Park, California for hosting us today. And as always, I'll either see you in the next video or I'll see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Take good care.